They say your wedding day is supposed to be the happiest day of your life. For Emma Walker, it began with a white dress and ended with a missing groom. No note, no goodbye, no explanation, just silence. And for 5 years, she lived with the question that haunted her every night. Why did he leave? Until one summer evening, Emma opened the garment bag that held the wedding dress she never wore. And that's when she found it. A hidden letter, folded inside the delicate lace lining. It was written in the handwriting she knew better than her own. Before we uncover what that letter revealed, make sure you subscribe to Edgeline Stories, like this video, and comment below where you're watching from. There's more to this story than meets the eye, because the man Emma thought she knew was never who he said he was. Emma met Daniel Rivers at a cozy bookstore in Portland, Oregon. She was 27, fresh out of grad school. He was the quiet guy in the corner, sipping black coffee and reading The Picture of Dorian Gray. Their first conversation lasted 2 hours. Their second lasted until the shop closed. From the beginning, Daniel seemed perfect, gentle, well-read, thoughtful. A software developer who wrote poetry on the side. He made her laugh. He brought her flowers every Sunday. He once surprised her with tickets to her favorite indie band in Seattle. He even got along with her mom, which, frankly, was unheard of. Within 11 months, they were engaged. And by the 13th month, wedding invitations had been sent, dresses tailored, vows written. Emma kept saying it felt too good to be true. And she was right. June 12, 2019. Emma's bachelorette dinner had just ended. She returned to their shared apartment to find Daniel pacing. Not nervous like a groom, but unsettled. He said he had to run to the office. "Just one thing I forgot to email," he said. He kissed her on the forehead, told her, "I'll be right back." That was the last time she saw him. No return, no text, no wedding. She waited at the altar for 45 minutes before someone whispered the unthinkable. "He's gone." Emma thought he'd been in an accident. They filed a missing person report, checked hospitals, called his office. But there was nothing. No security footage. No paper trail. No last phone call. Just gone. The wedding was canceled. Family left town. Emma was left to clean up a love story that had turned into a riddle. In the weeks that followed, credit card charges on Daniel's account stopped. His phone disconnected. His lease ended. His LinkedIn went dark. It was like he never existed. Emma searched for years. Private investigators. Online forums. DNA databases. Nothing. Eventually, her therapist called it ambiguous grief, mourning someone who is both alive and gone. Emma boxed up her dress, put it in her mother's attic, and tried, painfully, slowly, to rebuild her life. 5 years later, while helping her mom downsize, Emma found the garment bag again. She unzipped it out of curiosity, but something was off. The bottom of the dress felt stiff, like paper had been stitched inside the hem. And there it was. A letter. A real, handwritten letter, sealed in a white envelope. Her name on the front, written in Daniel's unmistakable handwriting. Hands shaking, heart pounding, Emma opened it. "Emma, if you're reading this, it means I couldn't say goodbye the way I wanted. It means something went wrong. I had a choice to make, and I chose to disappear. But please know this. It wasn't because I stopped loving you. It's because I knew the truth would destroy you." The letter ended abruptly. No signature, no date, just a postscript. "If you still want answers, look in the red shoebox. The one I told you never to open." That box was still in the back of her closet, unopened for 5 years. But now, it held the only key to a puzzle that had rewritten her life. And Emma wasn't ready for what she would find inside. The red shoebox. The one she was never supposed to open. Daniel had given it to her 6 months into their relationship, said it was sentimental, off-limits, a piece of his past he wasn't ready to share. And out of love, Emma honored that boundary. Until now. That night, she sat on her bedroom floor, staring at the box like it might explode. She remembered the exact words Daniel used. "If you ever open this, you won't look at me the same." With trembling fingers, Emma lifted the lid. Inside were documents. stacks of them, birth certificates, newspaper clippings, old photographs. None of them had Daniel's name. One photo showed a young man in military fatigues, standing next to a woman who looked just like Daniel's mother. But the name on the caption said, Thomas Rivera. Emma's eyes widened. The birth certificate inside listed, name, Thomas Elijah Rivera. Born, March 1987. Parents, Lorraine Rivera and Charles Van. None of this matched what Daniel, if that was even his name, had ever told her. As she flipped through more papers, one yellowed article caught her eye. A 2005 newspaper headline: Local teen implicated in major embezzlement scandal vanishes before trial. Thinner was his face. Younger, thinner, but undeniably him. Emma realized the man she loved had lived a life on the run. That's why no one could find him. Because Daniel Rivers didn't exist. He had changed his name after allegedly helping a family member steal thousands from a small-town bank in Illinois. He skipped town, disappeared for years, until Portland. Until her. At the bottom of the box was a prepaid cell phone. Dead for years, but when she charged it, one voicemail had been saved. It was from someone Emma didn't recognize. Tom, I did what you asked. But it's getting harder. She deserves to know the truth. They're still looking for you. You can't hide forever. And just like that, the puzzle was complete. Daniel didn't leave Emma because he stopped loving her. He left because his past had finally caught up. Emma sat for hours, surrounded by fragments of a life that had never been hers. Love letters, arrest warrants, a man with 2 names and one massive secret. She never reported him, didn't go public, didn't even tell her mother, because deep down, she understood. Daniel had tried to rewrite his story. He just didn't count on falling in love halfway through. Sometimes the people we love the most are hiding from things we'll never fully understand. And sometimes closure doesn't come from answers. It comes from choosing to move forward anyway. But one question still lingered. Why did he leave the letter in her wedding dress? Was it a goodbye? Or a breadcrumb? 2 months later, Emma got a package. No return address. No note. Inside, a second red shoebox. This one heavier. And underneath the lid, something that made her gasp aloud. But that, dear listener, that part of the story is coming next. Was Emma the only one he ran from? Or were there others, scattered across the country, holding their own red shoeboxes? What would you do if you found out the person you loved was living a lie? Let us know in the comments. And if you thought this story was wild, wait until you hear about the woman who received a voicemail from her dead husband's phone 6 months after his funeral. That story is coming next. So make sure you subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. This is Edgeline Stories, where real life writes the most unforgettable scripts.